On Tuesday night's episode of Kitchen Nightmares Australia, celebrity chef Colin Fassnidge had a lot to contend with, from a cantankerous chef and micro-managing boss to a filthy storeroom and seriously below-par food. Fassnidge was in Homebush, NSW, where husband and wife team Virginia and Leba's business, Café de Vie, was struggling to stay afloat. Watch the video above. Chef's comment gets Colin Fassnidge offsideCatch all of your favorite shows on Channel 7 or stream free on 7+. Greater than the situation was so dire that the tables were empty, the online reviews were disastrous, and the pair hadn't drawn a wage in 5 months. Café de Vie's chef Tony, a cook of 30 years standing, was plating up terrible dishes and appeared to have given up. On top of this, he and Virginia were constantly bickering in the kitchen, and the few people who were dining in could hear every word. When Colin arrived to see what was going on with Café de Vie, he was aghast. 2 of the 3 dishes he was served up were almost inedible, but the prickly Tony didn't think there was a problem with his cooking. The cafe had an identity crisis, with a 6-page, 92-dish menu ranging across pasta, Middle Eastern, seafood and pizza. But there was no money-making drinks menu, the decor was lackluster, there was dust on everything, and there was even food going off in the storeroom. Leba has had to take a second job as a tiler to keep the business afloat. Financially it's really bad, Virginia said, explaining that she had to take over the business after the former owner, a cousin, fell ill. "I don't have any solutions. I don't know what to do, I really need Colin's help." After eating the food and witnessing the chaos in the kitchen, the first thing Colin did was to shut the cafe down for 24 hours to give it a thorough clean. But harder than that was tackling Chef Tony's attitude. When Virginia told him Colin didn't like the food he was serving up, Tony was antagonistic. "You can't please every customer, some customers just come to complain," he told Virginia. "I've been doing this a long time, you don't listen to me. You piss me off all the time." When Virginia told him that diners would be able to hear his yelling, he said bluntly, "I don't care, he knows more than me, hey?" Colin wondered aloud after overhearing the argument in the kitchen. Speaking of Virginia, he said, "She's embarrassed about the food, and that's pretty bad when you own the F*******ing restaurant." Tony seemed to have a particular problem with getting pasta and seafood dishes right, so Colin made an executive decision about the menu. Tony is Iraqi, Leba is Lebanese, and the best of the 3 dishes Colin tried was Middle Eastern in flavor. The only time Tony seemed to light up with any excitement was when he was talking about the Iraqi food he ate growing up. So Colin stripped the menu right down, 1 page of Middle Eastern dishes, and a 1-page drinks menu, and renamed the restaurant Café Tabbouleh, Middle Eastern Bar and Kitchen. His team gave the place a makeover and advertised the relaunch by literally banging drums up and down the street, which invariably ended in a full house on opening night. But the team was nervous, and not everything initially went to plan. Virginia fluffed the first order, and one of the waitresses accidentally tipped her entire drinks tray over a very gracious customer. But slowly, surely, things began to come together, and when Virginia looked out across her full restaurant towards the end of the night, she saw customers smiling and enjoying the food. The restaurant finally had an identity, a room full of diners and a new lease on life. "This is my dream, our dream," Virginia said, but did the good vibes last? The answer was yes. 4 months later, the restaurant was still doing great business, minus one element. Chef Tony had decided he didn't like cooking the menu Colin had devised, and quit. Kitchen Nightmares Australia continues next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 7 and 7+.